And we are live. Ouch.
Oh,
Hey,
hey, girl. How
we
you
are
doing this
live
wonderful Wednesday? How
this
you doing this
wonderful.
wonderful Wednesday?
Doing good. I got it right. I got it right. All right. We still celebrating, right, Lisa? You still celebrating?
I ain't coming on without it.
What kind is that? What kind is that, Lisa?
Little Debbie snack cake.
Oh, that's
I
cute.
got I got little I got little Debbie going on.
That's cute.
I ate all the cupcakes.
You ate all the cupcakes. Your hair is cute.
Thank you.
I
So is
like
yours. I be loving your ensembles be like snatched. So yeah.
Girl, please look.
Oh,
I
you
threw
got it. You got it. You got it. And you know you got it.
I threw these in here today while I was working.
Right.
Yeah, twists. They're twists. Look at
Wow.
me. But Sugar Mama parted it last night because she was supposed to do it. She put the parts in last night, and then when she told me she had practice and had to work today, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna be walking around crazy over the weekend. I said we finna make it do something.
So you put your own little twist in. Well, I paid somebody to come do mine. Amber did mine last Friday, right here.
Yeah, yours look good.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, welcome everyone. Welcome, Magic Smith. You the first one in here. Thank you. Speak. You so dedicated. We love you.
Ain't it?
Yeah, we love
Ain't
you.
it?
Mhm.
Ain't.
So thank you. All right, we are back with you guys on another Wednesday. Felicia and I, and we have a topic, and it was a special request from Lisa's cousin Suzette.
Suzette.
Yes, and she was just saying how much she loved the topics, our shows, podcast shows on relationships. And so tonight's topic is inspired by her. What does it take to make your relationship stronger? Ooh, we. Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
We're gonna try to pull back the layers on that topic and see what we come up with. We gotta see what we come up with.
Well,
Yes.
I got something to say because Eddie Kane Jr. on the 5 Heartbeats said, "Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall." So conversations like this tonight.
We gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. Let's come look. We can now look. What do we say on this podcast show? We only talk about what we have experienced. So if anybody come on here tonight, you're a relationship expert or you're a therapist or you're a counselor, nope. In my own right, based on experiences that we have gone through. And so hopefully you can, whatever we share with you guys, if it resonate, if it hit home, take from the conversation what you will. I don't think there's no right or wrong answers in this topic.
Nope.
Because each individual person is different. Each relationship is unique. And so we're just going to take it from there. So, Alejandro Vala. Okay, well, hello. So we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. We're talking about what does it take to make your relationship stronger. And if you are new to the Ladies Podcast Show, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button like Miss Felicia is showing you guys how to do, so you do not miss out when we go live. Because we go live when? Let me see. I got to put the little banner up because I can't remember all that stuff.
Every other Sunday with Deborah just conversating, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Every other Monday with Velma with Resilient Chicks, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Every Tuesday with your girl, Felicia Janae, on the Felicia Janae Talk To Him podcast show, talking about everything and nothing, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Right back here on Wonderful Wednesday with my girl, Deborah, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, with the Ladies Podcast. Y'all, please like, share, continue to follow us here on our YouTube platform. And thank you all for helping us build it and allowing it to grow. Come on in.
Yes. Come on in. We love you. We're going to jump right into the first question. What specific actions can be taken to build and strengthen trust within a relationship?
You just said it. I'm just going to go and jump in.
Oh, girl.
You said that one word. You said that one word. Trust.
Oh.
You said it.
That is one of those key words. Trust.
Stop taking everything so personal. Stop thinking that everything is about you when it's not. A lot of times when you're in a relationship and going through something, it could be somebody on the job, it can be your kids, it can be you could be having a little tug of war with yourself.
Yes.
And people think because when you're voicing your opinion or thinking out loud, speaking out loud, they think that you're talking directly to them, but you're not. Trust the process. Like if you're in a relationship and you're going through something, conversate, communicate.
Right.
Let me build your trust. Because if you don't, we ain't got nothing. I say it all the time. Without trust and communication, we ain't got nothing.
And that's true. That is true. And so, but let me ask you this question when it comes to trust. And you in a new relationship with a guy or a gal, you guys are trying to get to know each other. So do you go into that relationship with open trust? Or do you have to build it? Do you build it from the ground up?
Now, with me, I didn't go into it with an open trust because I didn't even know it was going to happen. When we met, I didn't even know it was going to turn the way that it did.
Yes.
But then after it did, and in the beginning, like I said, in the beginning, the conversation, Big Daddy was a big communicator, in the beginning. And so we talked about a lot of things in the beginning, in like about 6 months to a year, 6 months, you really don't know where you at. But, just because you've been on a couple of dates and stuff, that don't spell nothing to me. Once you start putting that real time, once intimacy gets involved, once you start to open up and talk about your kids, finances, anything on a personal level. And then when I see that, that's what we can kind of talk like on those terms. And then if it's looking like, we're going to be trying to work on this thing and let it grow and see where it's going, right. Then you'll start earning my trust then. But just jumping right in, no, you're not going to earn my trust because I don't know what we at, what we're doing, what we're going, how long we're going to be there and what's going on.
That's true. That's true. And if I look back at some of my past relationships, I'm be honest with you, Lisa, and I think you done heard me say this before. I'm gonna trust you until you show me that I can't.
Yeah.
Now that don't mean 100% trust. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not. My ears are still perked. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
If I see anything slightly that goes sideways, and I promise you, I would hate to see it because I go into Inspector Gadget mode. And I can't turn it off. I can't turn it off.
Right. Okay.
Look, I'm worse than the dog digging for a bone. I'm digging. Please don't give me no reason not to trust you. Please don't. Please
okay.
don't.
Okay.
And that has happened. It has happened in past relationships. Like I said, I'm the type that'll pull back the car into the in between the wood, 2 trees or some bushes and sit and wait to see what I can see.
Well, I'm just the opposite. If I really wants to know something, because I've done it before. I mean, I can go and play Inspector Gadget, like you and do all that. I just rather go and pay for it and get that black and white and be through with it.
What you mean, a PI?
Yes, ma'am. Because I've done it before. Yeah.
In just a dating situation?
Well, see, Big Daddy and I, we're just dating right now, but we're 5 years in. And if I start to suspect something, and if I'm asking him, then if I start like seeing little things, I said if y'all, social media, I said if. Cause they be like, "Ooh, huh, Big Daddy having a problem, huh, Big Daddy." No, I said if. Tonight's subject is, what does it take to make your relationship stronger? So with question number 1, that word trust got my attention. But like, if I felt like he was doing something, if it seemed like we were growing farther apart than coming close together, and I know that something has changed, dynamics has changed, chemistry has changed, everything about us has changed or is changing. And when I first noticed the change, if I start asking you, what's wrong? Why we're not talking like we used to? Why we don't go on dates no more like we used to? Why this? Why that? Whatever. Why you don't buy me flowers anymore? Why you don't wash the car? Why you don't tell me I'm beautiful anymore? It could be anything. I'm going to start paying attention to that. And then if the bedroom, if the sex starts to get, can I say sex?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Can I say?
If the intimacy starts to go away, Just go out, just be done. The affection, the attention. I'm gonna get a little curious. If he starts to pull back the plate from some things that he do now that I don't have to ask him to do and put a big smile on my face, and he holds it down like he's the man of the house. If all of that stop, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a phone call. Because I got them on speed. I got PI on speed dial. They in my favorites.
What? And
I'm going to do that because I got to protect me. I've given you chances. I've come to you. I've talked to you. I've asked you what's going on. I've tried to talk. Well, I'm not too quick to jump to counseling because we're just dating.
Yeah. Okay.
If we were married, I would suggest counseling. I'm not going to ever suggest counseling when you're dating because God didn't put us together. We got together. But now if we get married, that's ordained by God. I feel like that's ordained by God because he ordained marriages. So I wouldn't invest money in counseling, but I would invest my money in my protecting Lisa.
Protecting you.
Yes, I would. I've done it before and I'll do it again. If it gets to that, I will do it again. Because once I get open with you and start telling you personal things and putting you in my world, like I mentioned to him about adding him to my will, that's deep for me. That's ultimate for me. That's very, very because of what we got going on here, just the two of us. You know what we're talking about. And investments and stuff. Oh, baby, when it gets like that, at any means necessary, any cost, I'm going to protect Lisa.
Well, I can respect it. Yeah, that makes sense. That only makes sense. And like you said, you guys are 5 years in. That does make sense. Absolutely. Like you said, trust. So if that trust is ever broken, if that trust is ever broken, I'm going to be honest. I don't care who you are, what personality type you have. I don't care what role you play in this world. That is something that is very difficult to bounce back from. It is. Because in my mind, if you did it to me once, you'll do it again. You'll do it again. It really have to be some major gestures that you make to me to make me say, I want to put in the work. I want to put in the effort to rebuild my trust in you. Because to me, after that happens, and depending on what it is, can we talk about what are some of the things that could break your trust?
Let's go.
I know infidelity will be at the top of everyone's list. Infidelity, whether you married or just in a partnership or relationship or whatever, if your significant other steps out on you and becomes intimate, I'm saying intimate with another individual without your permission, because these days they okay with it. Some relationships okay with it, but I'm saying without your permission. And so once that is broken, that to me that really leaves a person in a fragile state. It does. Because if I give myself to you, to me that's sacred. It's something to be cherished. And then you just go out there and freely give yourself to somebody else. Then I don't think we have anything special between each other, anymore. So infidelity is one. What would be your number two, Lisa? If you agree, infidelity is number one, first of all.
It don't matter what words you put on the top. Trust, issues, anything, any word that you put there, any emotions that you put there, for me, is always going to be a number one answer. It's almost like Family Feud. You got 7 answers on the board, and all 7 of them is relatable to that one question that Steve asked. So it's not even a word that I would choose to put there. I'm with you 100%, because in relationships, we talk about it so much, and Suzette wanted us to talk about this tonight. We as human beings, we put so much into relationships. We put so much into love. The ones who are really in love, who wants to be in a relationship, who are fighting for love, who are fighting for their marriages and fighting for their relationships and their families. We put so much energy into trying to make that work for us, to mold these men and women the way we want them to be for us. How dare you go out there, male and female, and give it to somebody else? How dare you?
Yes.
And then you have the audacity to come back and lay in our beds, men and women, both the ones that's out there doing it, and lay in our bed. Just because you take a shower, you are not clean. Just because you clean your private parts with whatever you go and buy, you are not clean. You are bringing this bull crap home to my address. Just because you brush your teeth and floss, you are not clean. You can leave her at the hotel and go and sit down and eat you a 6-ounce steak and bring me the receipt. You are still not clean, because you have now taken my trust, my body, my what God, my temple, and you're sharing it with somebody else, another female or another male. And then you want to come back here to me, and then I find out about it, and all you supposed to say is, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, or I'm sorry because I was mad at you, or I messed up, or I slipped up, and I'm supposed to sit there and just say, okay? No.
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
No. Because not only are there too many diseases out there, one, I'm too damn old. I'm 53. I ain't got time to be invested 5, 6, 10 years with this man, and then on year number 8 or 9 or 10, he decide he want to go find his young for you. I ain't got time for that. You should have went out there and found that before you invested all this in me.
Absolutely.
Before you put me in this position, before you got all up in my life and my space, because you knew if you wanted certain things done, because you're getting older, looking older, feeling older, and doing things as older people. But I'm still maneuvering around like I'm youthful, but I'm older in age, because I'm 53 now. Don't look like it. Knock on my own self. Thank you, Jesus. I look good and feel good. But so with all that being said, and you're going to go out there and get with a 20-year-old or 19-year-old, or go out there and get with a 30-year-old just because you want to get that cherry pop because she doing something else that I ain't. Maybe she's swallowing and I'm not. All you got to say when you come back home is, babe, I'm sorry when I find out.
I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Trust me, I love you. I had a moment of weakness. Why you can't forget that? Why you can't forget it?
Ain't no way in the world a man gonna tell me. He can tell me, but ain't no way in the world I am going to believe a man, because I've been in this position, that's gonna tell me I messed up, I'm sorry, and I say it all the time on our show, and you better not get a baby.
It's over with. Ooh, that's a hard pill to swallow, Lisa.
And then all you can say is, I slipped, or I did have on a condom, but it came off, or she said she was on the pill. So you out there, me and Big Daddy partners, y'all, me and Big Daddy ain't broke up. Let me make that clear. But I'm just saying, because tonight's show we're talking about what does it take to make your relationship stronger. Communication. This right here, what we talking about tonight. We ain't professionals. We're professionals of our own rights. We don't have no certificates on this stuff, but we're talking about everyday life. Y'all see it. Y'all know. Y'all been through some of the same BS. Y'all already know. But me and Big Daddy, we good. But if Big Daddy, I'm using him because, I'm the woman. But if Big Daddy go out there and do this to me, and I find out, and you done went out there and raw dogged another woman, and been doing it, I didn't know it, and you've been coming here laying up with me, or I've been coming there laying up with you, and because we're saying that we're working on this future together that we're investing in, and I know people do this all the time, Deborah, and then all of a sudden I'm walking around here bow-legged and chained because you done brought me something back that you done got from somebody else that probably ain't gonna get no cure for, and I got to deal with this for the rest of my life, and you think the only thing you can say to me is, I'm sorry and I won't do it again, I messed up and I slipped up. The devil is like, F you going on, baby. Because I got to deal with this bull crap for the rest of my life. And tonight's show, we are talking about what does it take to make a relationship stronger. Stay your ass at home, get your woman, get your man, go somewhere and sit down and be happy with them. Because if you go out there and get another, you're going to get the same headache because you're going to go through the same stuff in the beginning. You got to get to know that same headache in the beginning, male and female. Go somewhere, sit your ass down, enjoy your woman and your wife and your man and your boyfriend and your baby daddy at home.
And keep that thing to yourself and at home. Lisa, look, you done topped this show off real nice. So we got to get some of these comments. We coming to you guys. Give us just a minute. We were just topping off question number 1. And I think we still got a little bit more to talk about question number 1. Because yes, infidelity is at the top of our list. Ways you can lose trust in a relationship. But Lisa, so is theft. I know somebody that their significant other, their boyfriend, stole some money, took that debit card, PIN number, and took some money that did not belong to him. But we're gonna get to that part. All right, Mr. Magic, Veronica Hodges, hello, welcome to the show. Irvin Smith, welcome. You are so dedicated, you and Magic. We appreciate you guys. Hi, Wanda, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your feedback. Miss Portia Dawes. Well, hello, young one.
She said, I think I need to leave. No, don't leave, baby. Stay.
Hey, Pooh. You stay on here. We don't need you to leave. Listen in. Miss Wanda, ghost of myself. Okay, we're gonna keep scrolling, like you said. Miss Wanda, Portia, no, you don't need to leave. Hello, cousin. Hey, Connie, welcome to the show. Glad you're popping in on us. And Miss Wanda said communication is key. Yes, it is. Communication is key. Lisa, look, Lisa went down to the nitty gritty on that one. She did. Alex John Deborah, you look like high like no, I ain't high like no, I ain't high. My eyes always been like this. I was born like this. So, but
You're beautiful, girl. You're glowing. You're beautiful, girl.
I don't smoke. Wanda said, big facts. IGBFB, you speak like you're on a BLM protest. No, she don't. Lisa's, look, we're very passionate about what we talk about on the latest podcast.
I seen it.
Get on in here. Look, get out. We need you to be passionate too. Give us some feedback. We love to communicate on this show. We like to get feedback. Give feedback, but also receive it, because like Lisa and I say, we're not experts, but we have experienced some things in this life that we feel like we can share with everybody, and hopefully you can share something too.
And that's all we're doing.
That's all we're doing. We're not experts. Marty, that's why a lot of women. Okay, let's see what Marty say. Marty said, Marty Calmer. That's why a lot of women are married to the government. The check comes, the check comes regular.
Every month, Marty.
I guess so. Look, you ain't got to worry about that.
When you have been down through there and been, but for the record, again, I'm gonna say it again. Me and my big daddy ain't got no problem. Tonight's show is talking about what does it take to make your relationship stronger. We had a request for this show tonight, so thank y'all so much for your comment and chiming in.
We appreciate it. Connie said communication and trust. Absolutely. Communication and trust is very, very, I think those are the top two. When we're talking about building trust, maintaining trust in a relationship, you know, no cheating, communicate. If there's issues, talk through them. Don't talk over them. You know, no surface level conversation when you're talking about your relationship and what it takes to keep it going. IGBF said, you're beautiful, by the way. Thank you. And Miss Wanda, yes. So we're going to get on back in here, Lisa. And I know we are on question number 2. How can partners effectively practice transparency and open communication even when discussing difficult topics? How can they effectively practice transparency? You know what? I will say this. Let me just say this to this question. No one is perfect. No one is perfect, male nor female. I mean, it doesn't matter. So if you just have no one isn't perfect, but if infidelity is high on the list for you when it comes to trust in your relationship, I think you're gonna look beyond what I just said. When I said no one is perfect, I'm saying that to mean that you're liable to do something in your relationship that may cause conflict. Now, if, like I said, if infidelity, cheating is high on your list, you may be like, bump that. Nope, I'm not going to tolerate it. We're done. And you're just going to keep it pushing. But let's just say if it's not on the top of your list, it happens. What should you do in that situation to rebuild trust, to come back from cheating, to come back from infidelity? And if we're talking about a marriage situation, do you just bail? Do you bail if your husband or your wife cheat on you? Go ahead, Lisa.
The only way I would bail if he get a baby on me or bring me an STD that I can't get rid. Give me an STD. I might can, like we say all the time when we talk about this subject, I probably can bite the bullet and and try to work that relationship out, whether we're dating, living together, or married. But if you bring me those hard ones that there's no cure for, I'm done. And I know some people may say, well, why leave then? Because now you got it. If he bring it to you, well, I don't want him, and I don't want to be reminded, looking at him and being reminded of it all day, every day. So, if he get a baby on me, he got to go. I don't care if we get a house built from ground up. He got to go. I don't care if he just bought me a new car. I don't care if we just got back from Paris. I don't care if he just built me a $500,000 home. He got to go.
And that's the transparency part.
I'm not biting the bullet for no baby and no strong STD. I'm not.
All right. And that's the transparency part. So perhaps those type of conversations, and I know 9 times out of 10, unless you're just seasoned, you're not in your 20s and 30s, you may not, I don't know, have the maturity to start new relationships with those type of heavy conversations. But I think it's worthwhile that you do, because the question is about transparency. If you got those hard, like Lisa just described, she is not going to condone a baby, and she's not going to condone one of those hard STDs. Something you can't just wash off or take a pill for.
I don't like the little ones. If because none of this has happened to me, but this is our conversation tonight. We're talking about how can we strengthen our relationships.
Yeah.
So it's stuff, all this plays into a relationship. Not trying to run nobody away from our show, not trying to put nobody on the spot, but this is what we're talking about tonight, y'all, on our show, and I'm not that easy to just forgive because of a baby. The baby is innocent. The baby did not ask to be here. The baby is innocent, but that baby is there and gonna be there. If that baby is born, that baby is there and gonna be there, and you're gonna forever be a part of that baby life. I don't want to have to deal with the fact now I got to look at this baby you bringing into our home, and because you want to say this is my baby, this ain't none of Viola Davis and Denzel Washington in a movie. This is real life. And something like that, I couldn't stand with Troy. I could not. I couldn't take that baby and do that. Now in the movie, the mother passed, and he had to get the baby because her mother passed during childbirth. Yes. Something like that, I could. Something like that, I could. I would have to do what I got to do, Lisa. But if she's still walking around every day and that baby growing up and you still got to take care of that baby, no, sir, you got to go.
And you got to interact with that mama. Oh my gosh. And that can be the worst. It could be easier, but they can make it the worst. The baby mamas, yes, they're still stuck in their fit. They can make it so difficult unnecessarily, so end up hurting the kids. But we're not on that. We're talking about strengthening relationships, and we're talking about transparency. So I think if you have those hard lines in the sand that Lisa just described for herself, perhaps talk about those things in your relationship in the beginning. Now, not to say that your partner ain't going to cross the line, but at least you have put it out there. Hey, I'm not doing A, B, C, X, Y, or Z. Can you dig it? Can you be in a relationship with someone who is not going to tolerate these things? Because I'm warning you beforehand, you cross the line on any of these, I'm out. But you got to be careful, I think, when drawing those certain hard lines in the sand, because once those emotions get involved, once you about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in, is it so easy to walk away? Is it so easy?
It'll be easier for me to walk away if it was something like that. Because I keep saying this. I know it's like a broken record, y'all. I was married 23 years. And it wasn't peaches and cream 23 years. So I stayed and fought. I'm gonna just talk about me. I stayed and I fought for some stuff in that marriage. And it wasn't the intimacy, it wasn't the sex part. I had a family. I fought for my family, but when it came up to be what it was, and we had grew apart, everybody just went their separate ways, and life goes on, move forward. And here I am 9 years later, living with no regrets. So to make a relationship stronger, I know it's so simple to say. I know it's the easiest thing to say, and I know it sounds good. Just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
But with most men, do they think with their little head go their big head?
Well, in my experience, they kind of both act the same. Sometimes they ain't at home.
Charlie Chain, what Charlie Kane said? Let me put my
Charlie Kane, I did that life. My father made 2 children on my mother with 2 different women. She went through hell. Oh my gosh. That's tough. That's tough. It happens. And like I said, it's like, don't get me wrong, Lisa. Like you said, it's good to have those hard lines in the sand. And I'm pretty sure you got there because of some of your experiences. It wasn't worth your time anymore. I'm done. And so, and with Charlie Kane's comment, like I said, if I forgive you, to me, I'm giving you permission to do it again. Now, I'm not saying 100% of the time that's gonna happen, because you got some relationships, I guess, the love is so strong, they learn their lesson and they don't do it again. But 9 times out of 10, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, if you open up Pandora's box and you forgive, it's been my experience, they're gonna do it again. All right, Miss Connie said, first, I think you have to be true to yourself and go in with an open mind. Open mindset, even when there are hard topics to discuss with your partner. Yes, there are some things that you can't come back from in a relationship. You can forgive, but you will never forget, and that is so true.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Connie. Thank you for that comment coming from Facebook. That's absolutely right. Because that's why we got so many weak-minded women out here. That's why you got so many weak-minded women out here. That's why you got so many women turning to the same sex, because when they go through all this stuff with these men, all these life promises, all these bedroom of lies, all these ears of lies, and then we get with them and we think that we have found our king, they think they have found their queen of Sheba, and we think that we're about to live this this lifestyle that we're building together. Of course we're going to have problems. Of course we're going to have trials and tribulation. Of course it's not perfect. Show me a perfect couple and I'm going to show you a crazy couple. Point blank, period. and so when we get these folks, men and women, and we want to love on them however our love language is, and we think that we're growing and going somewhere, then boom, you find out somebody cheating.
Yes.
But you've been telling me I'm all you want. I'm enough. I'm this. I'm that. Where you been all my life? I've been praying for you. I've been waiting for you. And now that you got the whole package, you got the whole haul, you don't want it.
Don't want it. What is that?
You got tired of it just that quick. And this goes for men and women.
What is that mindset? You got it all, everything you could possibly want in a partner. What is that mindset that make them want to go out and cheat? What is that? Is it greed? Now, now I know sexual addiction is a thing. It's a thing. But how many have you come across, Lisa, that actually have that as a problem? A sexual addict? I haven't come across it.
I don't know if I can call this young man name or not, but you saw it out there on the social media. I'm supposed to use the word allegedly. Okay, allegedly, Kirk Franklin, to answer that. Okay. He went before the media and he put it out there. He had that problem. Some years back. You can Google it. It's there.
Okay.
I want to say I don't think it was with women. I think it was with was it porn?
Was it porn?
It was something. It was just calling him, and he would go and seek counseling. Didn't work. He was praying, didn't work. It was just he went through so much with that thing. And honestly, I don't know if he overcome it or not, because they never did come back and do a part 2 on it. But it's out there. You can see it. Allegedly, he's one that I know that came out with it and said it. I don't understand why women feel like she needs to have more than one man sexually. And I don't understand why men feel like they need to have more than one woman sexually, because it's killing your relationship. It's killing it.
Absolutely.
Whether you're married or just dating, it's shacking up together, whatever. It's killing it.
Well, Wanda said it's a street mind. That street mentality just makes them feel like, I don't know, the big man. They can pump their chest, beat their chest. They got more than one woman. I'm not a man. I can't speak to it, but as a female, one is enough for me. One, and it's always been that, because to me, this, like I said, this is sacred. This is sacred. But all right, crypto music cap partners can practice transparency by setting regular check-ins, actively listening and creating a judgment-free space.
Mm-hmm.
Use I statements to express feelings and focus on solutions rather than blame.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Me too. It says this fosters trust and ensures difficult topics are handled with care and understanding.
I
And
like
you
that.
know, that is beautifully put. But
I
I'm gonna
like
be
that.
honest, communication, depending on what the topic is, I got to get better at it. For me, I got to get better at opening up because I will sit on my feelings. Do you hear me? I will sit on some feelings, and they will marinate for weeks.
Now, I had this thing where I used to hold a long grudge, and I really think I'm delivered from it because now, baby, I don't hold nothing back. Nothing.
Nothing. You deal with it as soon as it comes.
You come for me, I don't care, big, small, short, or tall. You come for me, I got you.
Oh wow. Ugh.
Any time of the day, it don't get too early, too late.
Well, at least I got to work on that because I'm telling you, I can sit on some feelings and
I
the thing,
used
and
to.
I recognize it as an issue because I let things build up and then it all will come out. All will come out.
That's not good. That's hurting you.
I know. I know. I know.
You can let a little bit out at a time, but I know you're probably saying, "Well, if I let a little bit out, I'm gonna go haywire. I'm gonna let it all out." You'll feel better.
Yeah. 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 Like I say, it's like sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It depends on what it is. And yeah, depends on what
Yeah,
it
you
is.
don't have to entertain everything, but you know the ones that you need to address.
Yeah,
I had
absolutely.
one of them today. I was
Okay.
so forced earlier. I didn't even think I was gonna be able to do my show because I was screaming, yelling, and talking for about a good hour and a half. Pissed off,
Ooh.
past most stuff. Yeah, but I'm doing my show. My voice is here, and I'm good.
And we
And this
appreciate you.
relation-
We
What
appreciate you.
does it? What does it take to make your relationship stronger? That can go. That can go any ways, even with with church members, co-workers, your families. You need a strong foundation with all that because you have to work with these folks. Then you go to church with these folks, and then these folks are your families. And then you're married to these folks, you're dating these folks, you're living with these folks, you're trying to get to know these folks, and it's just all of that just coincide with what does it take to make your relationship stronger?
That is absolutely true. Absolutely. Hey, Miss Cherokee Renee, thank you for joining the show. And just to add a little bit more to coin crypto music. So when it comes to communication, it is so important to listen and don't always try to get your word in. And as your partner is expressing how they are feeling, because their feelings are theirs to have. Do not discredit their feelings. If they're telling
Mhm.
you you did XYZ and it made me feel this way, listen
Mhm.
instead of becoming combative or trying to valid, make your point or in other words, take accountability. Take accountability.
Mhm.
Don't brush them off. Don't belittle what they're saying. Because, like I said, their feelings are there. Saying, and don't make them feel like they're crazy. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, if they come to you genuinely expressing how they feel, it is very important for you to listen.
It
And
is.
after you've listened, and then maybe they did look at it the wrong way. Or maybe if you would have chose a different set of words, choice of words. But don't bring that, the back and forth. It does not work, and it will make a person shut down.
Let me speak from the
Go
pulpit.
ahead.
Sometimes they won't let you just be nice. Sometimes they don't understand nothing but getting cussed at.
I know it, but it's important. I mean, I've witnessed it over and over again. Don't discredit a person's feelings and what they are saying, because what you're going to do, you're going to cause them to shut down. They're not going to want to share anymore, and that is not good. It's not going to end in the good place. All right, we're gonna get to question number 3. I promise you. Let's get some of these other comments. Cherokee Renee said, "I'm like that too, laughing out loud." Magic said, "Can't get next. Yeah, can't get next to you." I don't know if that was the Commodores, the Temptations, or whoever, Magic, but somebody said that. Cherokee said they sure won't, and I let them have it. She talking about what you talking about, Lisa. They won't let you be nice.
Read what she wrote at 6:40.
640. Where are we? 640. That's way up at the top. Let's see.
She says, girl, girl, that's hard. Laugh out loud. My mouth is out of control, but I'm working on it. Then she came
Uh,
back and said, they show won't, and I let them have it.
I mean, sometimes, and yeah, and that could come from bottling up so much. And when you do let loose, it's over with.
Well, you know, when you're in a relationship and you're trying to talk to your spouse, your significant other, your partner, and when they're yelling, shouting, and cursing at you or belittling you, disrespecting you, it's only so much of that a person can take. And that's male and female.
That's
It's
true.
only so much a person can take. And so when that person who like you, who can just absorb so much and hold it in, then when that tsunami hits, with me, it just go brrr. Then they want to call you crazy. Then they want to say they don't know
Yeah.
what's wrong with you. Why you acting
Yes.
like that? But you know exactly what it is because you're bringing out the ugly in me. And then that's when somebody say, well, we just need to break up, or we need to get a divorce. Bye. Just because we break up, the folk county still gonna get their money. Just because we break up, Capital One still gonna get their money.
Are you gonna let him go and go?
I'm gonna let them go. Because I'm one thing I'm not gonna do, and it ain't got nothing to do with no STD and no other woman and no baby. But when you tell me you want to break up and you got one time to leave me, that's I forgot. That's something else I got to throw in there. You got one time to leave out that damn door and talk about you need your space and we need to break up. When you walk out that door, you better not come back. You ain't welcome back. Keep
No,
the key.
man.
Keep the key because I done already changed the lock. If you
Ooh.
think they can beat me rocking, baby, they can have my chair.
Ooh. Lisa ain't playing with him. She
No,
done made
not on this side of 50. No, not since I turned 50. I say what I mean what I say. And I'm one of the happiest people in the world. Y'all know me. Y'all been looking at us for a year because Sunday we celebrated a 1-year anniversary here on the Lady Podcast. Thank y'all very much.
Yes.
I mean, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be giving all these years and all of my precious time. And then you out there doing what you're doing. Then I find out about it. Now you got is I'm sorry or it won't happen again or just trust me. What?
Well, Leah, what do you tell the people that said that's wrapped up emotionally? It's not so easy to unravel those years of being together and doing
You
whatever.
got to love what I gotta say. Somebody put it in the
Yeah,
comment a bit earlier. Somebody put it in the comment earlier. You got to love yourself more, baby. You
I
got to
know
love
it.
yourself more. Now, if you need a woman in your life for stability, for things that you can't do, and you know you need that woman in your life, leave her alone. Stop messing up your home. If a lady need a man in her life for that same thing, you know, a lot of women need men in their life, you know, to do things that they can't do, and I'm one of them. But I will pay for my services if I need stuff done. But a lot of women need men in their life to feel safe, secured, you know, father figure, you know, to have that strong man at, you know, at the address. A lot of women, they need that and they feel like they can't live without that. But that's because they love that person more than they love themselves. Because if you just put one foot in front of the other, if you say, if I make one step, you'll make two. And it took me a long time to get here because when I got my divorce, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know which way to turn. I didn't know how to get started. I didn't have a beginning. I was just thrown in it. And then slowly but surely I started to find myself. And here I am today. And I made the ultimate decision when I turned 50. My first 50 belongs to everybody else. My next 50 belongs to me. I love Lisa. You see me posting stuff. Girl, I didn't get so popular with posting. Facebook sent me a thing today and congratulated me on capitalizing on my entertainment. Because I love me. I be posting my pictures. I done got familiar with TikTok. I love me just that much.
Then when I say the friends list, every time I go to it, Lisa. But it's all right though. It's all right.
I'm loving on me. I'm capitalizing on me because can't nobody love me better than me. And I'm not saying that, you know,
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that my family don't love me, my kids, my man, you know, my friends and stuff. That's not what I'm saying here. We're talking about relationships. I
Yes.
love me more than to be
Yes.
sitting there weak and willowing and wallowing over and crying over a man that because especially if ladies, y'all got a man out there that ain't doing anything for you, what you want with him anyway? He
That
ain't doing that
part.
for you. You doing everything at the household, taking care of him and the household. What are you doing besides sitting there playing the game, getting high, drinking a fault and cussing you out? What I need with that?
That part. That part.
What
And
I
so
need?
what Lisa has just described, it's a process. It is. And we talk about on this show a lot about getting to know yourself. You know, spending some time with yourself. And we had a counselor, one who was a certified counselor, and her recommendation was between relationships anywhere from 6 to 9 months, because you don't realize that a lot of who you are, your personality, gets so wrapped up and entangled in that other individual. Sometimes it's difficult to even recognize yourself, and you won't recognize yourself until you step outside of that thing and be like, what happened to me? What about the things I like to do? The things I don't like to do, the things I like to eat. I mean, you just don't realize how entangled you get in relationships until you step outside that thing and you be like, whoo, you know, you able to take a deep breath and realize, wow, I gave up so much of myself. But don't ever regret, and I'm going to say this, you may feel differently, Lisa. Don't ever regret any relationship or any person, situation, or thing that comes across in your life, because I believe that everything has a purpose. Everything is suited for your growth and your development and your ability to evolve and grow even beyond the pain. Because we understand in this life, all things, you know, all is not good. So you got to have the good and the bad, the yin and the yang, and it's all for your good, your growth. If a relationship ends, you reflect on what you can take from that relationship to make yourself a better person. And so when you go into the next relationship more whole than not, then you will know, like Lisa she already got her lines in the sand. You ain't crossing these buddies. And then you can derive at the same place.
Because see, you know, to add to that, to what you said about the part of taking some time off to get to know yourself, I noticed that like a lot of people, when they get a divorce, they jump back up and go get married again. And they just get married. I say them the folk that got to be some of the loneliest, saddest people in the world to get married just to have a wife or a husband. You know, you can't live without a husband or a wife, and you still having the same problem. You're getting married with the same mentality, and you're getting a divorce for the same thing. But what? And you don't see a pattern. You don't see like what's wrong with that. Something is off balance with that. If you getting married 3 times, if you done got married 3 times in 5 years, run. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. Nothing. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. I've been divorced now 9 years and still ain't got marriage nowhere on my mind, and them rings getting bigger and bigger. No.
No. I mean, because that's a serious commitment. That's a serious commitment.
No, because when you say I do, for some reason, we talk about it all the time on here. Something change. Them folk change. They change. When you take that last name in that ring, baby, they want to be your daddy, your counselor, your pastor, the trash man, the man. They want to start telling you what you can and can't do, where you can and can't go. She ain't your friend. I've been peeping her out.
Those true intentions come out. But I think that's all because, like you said, they don't take a beat. They just go from one relationship, from one marriage over and over and over, and they don't realize that they are in a toxic cycle.
People, please, in your relationships, please spend some time with yourself. Take some time out for yourself. Please don't give all of your time all day, every day to everybody else. You need some me time. If you're married and you've been married for quite a bit of time, there's nothing wrong with the little me time. Even if you go in another room and close the door and read a book, watch a movie or whatever, even if you take yourself out on a dinner date, there's nothing wrong with it. Trust me, having a little time to yourself in your relationships, it's not going to hurt it. It's going to help it if you have an understanding partner.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. And with that being said, guys, we're going to jump on to question number 3. What are some common obstacles to maintaining a strong relationship, and how can they be overcome? Family members all in your business, telling you what you should and should not do, what you shouldn't let your partner say, what you shouldn't let your partner do, what y'all doing, yeah. Shut up. That's what I got to say about this.
Hello, ceiling. Hello, walls. Hello, lights.
Keep family and friends out of your relationship. especially if you're married, especially if you are married, and don't ask me nothing about my relationship. It is so easy for people to be on the outside looking in and try to nitpick away at your relationship. And 9 times out of 10, there's some envy there.
Don't give me no advice how I'm supposed to treat my man, my husband, my baby daddy, my partner if you don't have one.
That
Don't
part.
do that.
That part.
Don't tell me how I'm supposed to treat my man, my woman, my wife, my husband, my baby mama, baby daddy, my partner, my friend. Don't tell me how to treat a man if you don't have one. You can get them and can't keep them. Don't tell me what I need to do. You just can't do that. Don't tell me how to be a mother if you have never been pregnant and given birth, because you don't know. Don't come for me. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me. I mean,
Absolutely. It's different if
don't
they,
tell me.
if you go to them for advice, that's a different story.
I ain't going to no woman for my man. I ain't going to no woman for my man. I'm going to him.
Absolutely on that part.
And if me and him can't work it out.
Absolutely on that part. But if you got that person in your family, your mother, I don't know, your dad.
And see, and your folks do love to get in your business, and they do love to try to tell you what you need to do. But how you can give me so much advice and it ain't working for you at your address?
That part. But they can. Always, always, always. But the best advice you can give anyone, sit with yourself so you can gather yourself and you can clearly think through your own situation. Because at the end of the day, if you just really take the emotions out of it, just put your emotions on park for just a little minute.
Come on.
And think logically.
Come on.
That heart sometimes is gonna mislead you, because the heart wants what it wants. I love him, man. I do this. I done put so much time and effort in it. But if you just put that emotion on pause and say logically, how is this making me feel? I don't like the way I feel. I don't like what he said to me. I don't like the way he's handling me. I don't like the way he's doing me. Guess what? That's your answer right there. That's your answer right there. Because I had to sit a 20-something-year-old Deborah down one day. And I said, my heart ain't strong enough to walk away from this relationship. But my mind done told me over and over and over again, it ain't working. It ain't working. I don't care which way you look at it, north, south, east, or west. I'm still landing in the same spot with this person. So I said, you know what? My heart will heal. It'll get over it. Deborah out. I'm signed off.
Girl, we can end the show with that. I promise you, that's it. That's question number 4 and 5 answer. Suzette, where you at tonight?
That's true talk.
Girl.
Sometimes that heart is not strong enough to do what you need to do. And you got to sit yourself down and say, look, my heart will heal. 3 years down, 1 year down the road, 2-3 years down the road, you're going to thank yourself for making that decision. You're going to thank yourself for making that decision.
Girl. Ooh, it's so much I can say on here, but I can't. Ooh, Lord. Now, I know some people that's going through some of this stuff right now. That's very close and near and dear to me, to my heart. But I just can't talk about it. But the people are watching us. They're going to come back and watch us later, like I always say. And this show, title show tonight is gonna hit home for a lot of people, male and female. And we appreciate y'all so much for watching us, taking up time watching us from Facebook, YouTube, and wherever else y'all are watching from. We're not judging anyone. We're not saying, do it like me or do it like Deborah. That's not what we're saying. Tonight's subject is, what does it take to make your relationship stronger? It takes all of that.
Yes.
It takes all of that. Felisa is just not the type to put people in her personal business when it comes to her man-man relationship. I may say he got on my nerves about not washing the dishes or something like that, but when it comes down to that deep, deep, hard stuff, that's where I draw the line. I don't put family in it, even when I was married. Matter of fact, somebody said something to me today. You don't talk to me. You don't tell me anything. You don't share things with me anymore. Like you just have written me off. And I said, no, I had to go and reconnect with Lisa. I had to go and do a self-check on me. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I was just saying a minute ago, go treat yourself to dinner. Sometimes go get your me time. Sometimes you have to step away and step back and idolize yourself and look at self. And so,
Right.
and I said to that person, that's what I've done because I need that for me. All of your business don't belong to nobody else. I say this all the time. Everybody don't need to know everything about you just because you're close, just because you're friends, just because you have a best family member that you're so close to. All of your business don't belong to them because once you start telling your family and friends your business about you and your man, you and your husband and your wife, your baby mama and your girlfriend or whatever, however the couple pair up, same sex or whatever. Once you start telling people about them, guess what's going to happen? They're going to start disliking them. They're going to start saying mean and nasty things about them. They're going to start to develop a strong dislike towards them, maybe even hate or resentment. And when they're going to be looking around, but y'all still together. Now y'all back laughing and talking. Y'all have worked through that, whatever. But now here come, Johnny come lately still mad with him, holding a grudge and don't like, move foo-foo because of whatever. So your relationships, to make them stronger, keep people out of a lot of your personal business. Just keep them at bay because all they're going to do is take it and use it against you. So just in your relationships, when you're going through something, it's okay to talk to somebody because you want to vent and get it off your chest. Just don't tell everybody everything because everything is not everybody's business.
That's right. I agree with that 100%. 100%. All right. We have been going almost an hour, and I know there's a couple of questions where I'm pretty sure we have already answered them. But I'm
Go ahead,
just
Peter,
going
for
to
number 5.
Number 4 was, in what ways can couples create shared goals or values to further nurture their relationship? First, you got to talk about what
We
you
talked about
like.
it. Yeah, I
Yep.
already said it.
Where I talked about that one, what you like, what I don't like. Communication is just the key, guys. Bottom line.
Top bottom line.
5, how can individuals balance their personal needs with the needs of their partner to ensure a mutually fulfilling relationship? I mean, just don't overextend yourself in a relationship. Oh, we talked about being out of balance. You will know when you are giving more. Remember, Lisa, we were talking about, is there truly
Yeah,
such thing as a
yeah,
50-50 in a relationship? Is
yeah,
there? To
yeah.
me,
I remember.
I think it's more 60-40. But if you find yourself in that 70 position, that 80 position, it's time to take a pause and reassess some things. And if you're feeling overextended, you feel like, hey, I'm not, my partner's not reciprocating. They're taking more than they're giving. That's when it's time to take a beat, and you're gonna feel it. It's not a real soul searching type situation. You're gonna feel it.
You know what? Now that I'm here and we've been doing podcasting for a year and we've had so many numerous of conversations about this number thing. I'm just at the point from the last show that we had, when we were talking about the numbers thing, the 50-50, 60-40, 30-70, 80-20. I am so at the point where I just do my part in my relationship, just do what I can do. And I leave it at that. I don't expect or wish or ask him to do any more or any less because you're the man. You're supposed to know what you need to do in a relationship, whether you're married or dating. So but I just got like this after the last show that we had when we was talking about this. With because I believe in the 50-50 rule, but it's no such thing because even in this with Big Daddy, if I had to sit here and be honest, I can say I sure can. So no, I don't I don't live by the number rules no more anymore. I just stay out of his way and let him be the man and do what he's gonna do. He do the same with me, stay out of my way and let me be the woman and let me do what I'm gonna do. And we balance. And since the last podcast show, I have noticed a change in us and that it has balance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautifully said. Yes. Irvin Smith said, "You are appreciated."
Thank you, Irvin.
Woman, you are you are appreciated. And I think just any mature relationship, you're gonna know. you're gonna know. And just don't do like me. I'm working on it. Just don't do like me. Don't sit on stuff and let it marinate. Okay? Don't sit on stuff.
Well,
Um,
you're getting better because we have talked about it before in the past, and as long as you don't hold it in forever and you do touch on some things, that tells me that you're working on it. So you're getting better. I used to be the type to hold a grudge and just had so much resentment and anger and hatred and bitterness in my heart. And I'm not going to use the word delivered from it. I think I just matured from it.
matured from it.
Eventually I just evolved from it, because I didn't pray on it. I didn't ask to
Mhm.
be delivered on it. So I'm
Mhm.
not going to even lie on the Holy Spirit. I'm just going to say, in time I just said whatever. And
Mhm.
for my peace, when I turned 50, I turned that chapter, and here I am 3 years in, over 50. I'm just going to, whatever's bothering me, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to try not to be disrespectful in every way, however disrespectfulness is. But if you saying harsh things to me, if you're coming for me, and that can be husband, boyfriend, baby daddy, friend,
Yeah,
partner,
any relationship. Yeah, that's what I'm coming
I'm
from. Any
I'm
relationship.
I'm gonna lay another log on the fire. I'm gonna keep that fire burning. I'm getting my lick back. Period.
Lisa,
You ain't gonna talk crazy to
we
me.
gonna get her lip back.
Maybe he had a bad day. Hell no. I had a bad day too.
You just pushed me in one.
But we are celebrating our anniversary. Let me see. Let me get my little.
Yes, we are done with the questions. And Lisa, look, like Lisa said, she's gonna celebrate our anniversary, which was officially Monday. She's been celebrating it all month long, and this is her thing, and she's gonna do it again tonight. Go on, Lisa.
So thank you all so much for joining us. November 18, 2023. We started The Infusion TV, the latest podcast, Talk to Him Police podcast. And here we are now, November 2024, 2024, which was 3 days ago. But hey, this is our year. And we're celebrating our 1 year anniversary. Deborah and I and Velma, we are so appreciative for you all coming on here, joining us every Tuesday, every Sunday, Monday, every other Sunday, every other Monday, every Tuesday and Wednesday to show us your love and support and appreciation. So this cupcake is from us, the Ladies Podcast, to you all. YouTube Live, thank y'all so much. Facebook Live, all social media platforms. Thank y'all so much for being respectful to us. And like Irvin and Magic always sending us songs. Thank y'all so much. And Deborah, thank you so much. You have been a beautiful host. You're not my co-host, you're my sister. So thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you.
Thank y'all for inviting me into this podcasting world. Along with Marcus, I greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all so much here on the Lady Podcast. On the count of three, we're gonna blow the candle out. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. Happy anniversary to the Ladies Podcast. And y'all made it possible.
Yes. Thank you,
Y'all
guys.
made it possible. Thank y'all so much. We greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Girl, look, see how you see that? My heart. What heart said?
They didn't work tonight.
Girl.
There you go.
Portia Dot says, congratulations, 1 year anniversary. Woohoo! Thank you so much. Thank you, Cherokee Renee.
Oh, thank
Thank y'all
you.
so much. Hey, and tonight's show was a requested show from my cousin Suzette, who did not show up tonight. I'm gonna tell all about herself in a beautiful way. But tonight's subject was what does it take to make your relationship stronger? And there it is. Deborah and I put it out on the platform. Everybody don't view opinions like we do. Everybody don't look at relationship goals and mindsets the way that we do, but we greatly appreciate it. Hey, you handle your relationship, your partner the way
Yeah.
you do, and I handle mine the way that we do because we're all different. Nobody is doing it wrong. But if you have your views and your points, and I have mine, so that doesn't make us wrong or right. It's just that you put up with and tolerate what you're going to put up and tolerate, and so am I. But thank you guys so much. Take us out, Deborah.
Thank you guys. Awesome, awesome. Looking at the scrolling marquee at the top, that is our lineup, as Lisa has beautifully put it. And like she said, look, we're just speaking from experience. We're not counselors, therapists, or whatever have you. We hope that you take our feedback tonight. Any pieces that resonated with you, take from it what you will, apply it as you will. Like Lisa said, there's no right or wrong answers. You just got to maneuver and learn how to, take the ebbs and flows in this thing called life. Y'all have a beautiful night. Thank you.
Thank you.